mysteries within VTubing. There's a lot of things going on, and there's a lot of like tropes and taboos that have been happening and spawning and vanishing away from VTubing. I feel like a lot of the things from idol culture still sticks away, but some things are fading. We're gonna look at a video where Taledo goes through like a couple things that are slowly fading away. I'm very curious to see what he does, and Taledo has been a channel I've been looking at recently a lot, and I really like his videos. He's really fun. Very interesting guy. I love his voice. Great videos and all. And I want to take a look and see what is he referring specifically to, because I kind of have an idea by looking at the thumbnail what he's talking about. But before we get into that, if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you like this video itself. And also, if you enjoy these kind of videos, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Now let's get into it.
They're saying, if anyone happened to figure out what kind of restaurant I worked at or whatever, I don't get in trouble if you mention it, because it's my contract, it's not yours, so I don't get in trouble, but my mods will ban you.
Don't think it. Don't say it.
As long as it's not in my chat, my comments, it's okay. But in here, don't, because I'm not trying to get in trouble.
Don't say it. Don't think it.
There's a lot of things that we won't be discussing because legalities.
Don't say it. Don't think it.
We don't talk about.
I feel like whatever I am talking about all the time is what they don't want to talk about.
Awkward. Don't think it. Don't say it. Don't think it. Don't say it. Don't think it. Don't say it. Don't think it.
What is it?
Don't think it. Don't say it. Don't think it.
What is it?
Don't think it. Don't say it. Don't think it.
Who say or think what?
VTuber past live.
Oh my
Taboo.
god.
A custom prohibiting or forbidding discussion of a particular practice or association with a particular person, place, or thing. While not indicted by any government law or legislation,
Wait, that's illegal.
these are customs against certain activities, and violating that taboo is seen as a transgression. Whether it's profanity, sex, religion, anything about the prevalence of minorities, or premarital hand-holding, taboo culture limits many subjects, but there's a desire for many to break the taboo, and when the transgression and taboo depend on one another, the subject enhances the community culture. If y'all know me, I love media, and there's an evolving media subculture with its own customs, ideals, and experience, far different than the mass media. VTubers, online entertainers who use virtual avatars instead of their faces, have many taboos to keep the experience.
I feel like there's so many taboos in the VTubing space that no other like media space has at the moment. Like at least content creator space, there's so many taboos that every single content creator has. And even me talking about like a corporation and saying something bad is a taboo. Like it's not bad. It ruins business in the future.
Industry. Let's list off some examples. Immersion breaks, which is like showing your face or doing IRL content, used to be considered taboo by some VTuber fans because this wasn't being a true VTuber.
I think that's taboo still sticking around. I still think there's a lot of people out there that hate whenever VTuber do face reveals and stuff like that. They just don't feel like it's disconnecting the character. I don't care. I don't mind.
Nowadays, you'll see a bunch of VTubers IRL
breaking my immersion. Yeah, exactly that.
Some people wanted a VTuber to be theirs and theirs alone.
Shut your bitch ass.
Yeah, I mean, that comes from the idol culture in itself. Like that VTuber, that cute VTuber is my wife. Yeah, we are soulmate. Those 2,000 other chatters, they're nobody. We don't care about them. It's us. It's only us. And those things stick around. And I mean, they're not really fading, man. That's power socialism. That's still, I feel like that's never going away.
I'm not a big fan of the government.
Which is its kind of own controversial subject. And this topic's taboo, which is probably the most complex. VTuber past lives, mentioning and or sharing them.
Just calm down.
And I think they're awful with not talking about it. I mean, I don't understand why they don't just get raw doggy. They just go in, they go all straight in and tell all of the mad shit. I feel like they explain it, but they just don't really tell everything, and they don't want to say that it's this company. Legal obligation. Yeah, I think it's legal obligation, but how long are they legally bound to not talk about it? That's the question.
Do it.
Or is that always the case? With the absolute state of the VTuber industry, this taboo is beginning to change and completely fade, for better and for worse. But stop right there.
Run it back.
Ooh.
Just in case, do not start digging into other VTubers' personal lives or harassing them based on the subject of this video. Some of y'all are grown adults.
That's not a kid.
Just be respectful, it ain't that deep. With that out the way,
Let's talk about it.
hey yo, it's Taledo, that fallen angel kicked out of heaven. Get some snaps snacks, get some water, get that dog.
I got my
let's get on
coffee.
the video.
I know you like my style. Nasty, gritty, looking pretty while I crack a smile.
How about I explain to y'all what a VTuber past life is? Enter person A. Person A might be a content creator, idol, singer, voice actor, or VTuber who's interested in joining a VTuber agency. That previous account is considered a past life or PL. Hypothetically, person A joins Hololive and becomes VTuber A, now doing their primary activities in the corporation. Technically, these two are the same fella. Person A is just playing the role of VTuber A. But in VTuber terminology,
That is not correct.
Person A and VTuber A are considered two entirely different identities or lives with no public association. And here's where the taboo comes in. Do not mention or share anything about the association or the past details. If VTuber A is streaming, do not mention the previous account Person A. Moreover, if VTuber A leaves the company and re-debuts, do not mention the past.
I asked you, who this on that name?
Why is this a taboo that's been relevant for years? Well, many VTubers put up a persona, and many would rather focus on their current content. Out of respect for the talents to focus on their current endeavors, people would keep talk about other personas and accounts on the down low. Some people have info from their past lives like their faces, photos, places, and even personal experiences they don't want the mass to know. Some of it even being doxing or life-threatening. Enter countless situations in media of stalking because someone figured out a personality's details. While yes, what you put out online also puts yourself at risk, people also have the right to have that not dug up.
If you don't get that bullshit out of my face, bitch.
If the past life has controversial behaviors, statements, or opinions, digging that up creates unwanted drama. The most notable instance of this is ex-Hololive member Mano Aloe, where after her past life leaked, people found comments of her criticizing company restrictions and work culture while mentioning other popular agency VTubers, leading to a massive anti-war and her eventual graduation.
Yeah, there you have it. I mean, I think that has to do with, I feel like talking about issues within a company is like so normal in my workspace, right? I feel like it's something, I feel like you should be allowed to talk about what is wrong within a workspace, because how can you improve? And in the end of the day, I think this is just like a little bit that the corporate thinks that these things, you know, whatever we do, it is perfect and it should stay that way. And if y'all complaining about it, you know, it's better to just fire you out, because if they're trying to give any benefits for the workers or make it better or create the contract to be better, that's not something that's not something the corporation want to deal with. They don't want to deal with that. Giving you more money, giving more priorities, that's not what they want to think about. They want to, you know, just want to keep making that money.
Man, I can't have shit.
Yep.
Talking about the past life is risky because of contracts. Several VTubers signed an NDA.
And true, yeah, it's about contract too, but how long is that NDA? Like, how long is it up?
Or non-disclosure agreement. This prevents certain types of info from becoming public, such as sensitive documents, trade secrets, and communications. And why does no one want to risk an NDA break? Oh, I don't know. Maybe because you signed a contract. Breaking the NDA means one.
And you can say that, but how many times have Nijis? Okay, I go back to them all the time. Let me just say, screw them. I mean, generally, how many times have these corporations for VTuber broken their own contracts? How many, huh? Way too many times. I can't count them on my fingers. They break them all the time, and they don't even only break contracts. They break laws. A lot of them.
Risk losing their job, or in other industries being sued to the fucking ground. So many would like to stay in their lane.
They're not getting sued, huh?
And depending on the corp, if a VTuber dives too deep in the waters, then
Oh, this guy's fucked.
Also broke their own NDA. They break everything. So why should you put, if the company can't fulfill their standards, why should any of their other worker even fulfill some of them or be worried? Like they like, what's going on, man? If they start a court case, the thing is that if they start a court case, man, there's a lot of things we could counter sue on.
Lock his ass up.
you want to sign up for our brand, have people follow you for you, then potentially leave and direct away from us?
How dare you?
If you don't get that bullshit out of my face.
Agencies don't really like.
And that is the thing a lot of them do, because they want fans to be fans of the corporation, not like fans of the VTuber.
Directing away from the current VTuber because the current VTuber is their IP. It ain't your VTuber, it's our VTuber now. VTubing widely invokes the ideals of kayfabe, or the idea of presenting stage performances as genuine or authentic. For some fans, talking about past lives can be seen as a break in immersion. Imagine watching a cute VTuber cat girl and finding out that in her past life she used to be the colossal titan. If she busts moves like this, then damn, count me in.
Oh my God!
That's a cute cat.
And that's the reason
That was
why
a cute
people
cat.
would rather keep the taboo. Now we gotta understand, any fans of any mass media personality obviously wants to know more about their fave. What brought them to their current occupation? What did they used to do? What did they look like if they aren't headlining their face? Fans like these fellas, and there's this lingering desire for many to know more than what's on the surface. But for the VTubing industry, that was under wraps because of the taboo. And this would remain strong for multiple years. Commonly done not just to protect the culture, but to protect the VTubers' endeavors. There was always this layer of disrespect seen towards people who would openly reveal or supposedly dox anything about a VTuber's past life. So past lives were never openly discussed on public platforms. The main place you'd see discussion about it was on message boards. Hell, even some subreddits have rules around sharing past lives, and that's just always been the culture. Some liked it, others hated it, the fans got in line regardless to support. And
I
this
don't like
subject's
it.
pretty different from other mass media where people would always mention their past roles.
That's like
But
Foggers
the
community
view
was
on
weird.
the past life culture and the transgression of the taboo would slowly begin to change. But before that, quick thank you to our Patreon members.
Huge. W
Special shout out
Patreon
to
members.
Archangels, Lihaho Listra, Luminous Cove, and Serene, and of course all of you for making this channel possible. Like the
Big.
video and subscribe to the channel because only a small percentage of viewers.
Shut your bitch ass up!
Let me tell you where I believe the cracks in this VTuber taboo date back. At least the most notable story, 2021, when a beloved VTuber made a new debut. Welcome back, K-San.
Good morning!
K-Son.
There is another shorty out there by the name of Kiryu Koko, a Japanese hololive talent widely known for bridging the gap between Western and Eastern audiences with her bilingual ability, humor, and personality. With its own massive wave of controversy, one of the most popular VTubers graduated in July of 2021, bringing tears to VTuber and entertainment fans. But very shortly after Koko's graduation, another VTuber by the name of K-San announced he'd be returning to streaming. And K-San
Don't say it, don't think it, don't say it, don't think it!
sounded very familiar. As
very
such, K-San's
sus.
return took the industry by storm, many fans rooted from the love of other creative endeavors. However, there were two sides to this reveal. One side was happy and supportive that the talent was quote-unquote back and accomplishing her own path. Another side was disappointed that it wasn't the same or even upset that the talent left the previous occupation. Regardless, the return of previous personalities began a common rule. Don't talk about the PL and the VTubers chats, servers, and streams, but anywhere else?
Perhaps.
If you said it in their space, you'd have to get banned.
If anyone happened to figure out what kind of restaurant I worked at or whatever, I don't get in trouble if you mention it, because it's my contract, it's not yours, so I don't get in trouble, but my mods will ban you.
But this taboo had it complete.
I think it's funny that mods have to ban them. Like, I don't know, like, oh no.
Completely hit the fan. It was still heavily frowned upon to directly say this VTuber used to be this other VTuber.
Yeah.
As what were their boundaries? Was that
I
what
think
they
that's
wanted?
one of
Was
the
that
first
doxing?
scenarios
So you
this
would see
happened,
people
yeah?
phrase shit like this. This fellow sounds very familiar. Do you know? Do you know? But recently, you've seen that narrative
And you
change.
know what is funny? I think it was Kuro. I think I didn't know that. I think it was when he graduated from Miji Sanji. I knew he graduated, but I didn't read the stuff that people would assume it was Kuro or it was Kuro. I just looked at clips and then I looked at his stream and watched it and I was like, wait, hold up a moment. Hold up. I know who that is. I do kind of love whenever that happens because you're just like a shocking and you're just like, wait, is it really them? Is it them? Is it them?
Rather, you've seen the taboo on many occasions completely broken. Drama and news channels directly linking past agency and current
Graduation
indie
board
VTubers.
is like
Clip
so
channels
sad.
mentioning past identities in the title of the VTuber they're clipping. Hell, VTubers openly talking about past life experiences or agency VTubers using past life accounts to assuage speculations. The culture around the taboo completely shifted. So what happened? I contribute 3 VTubing events this VTuber taboo shift. Let's start with the good shit first.
You mean
Welcome
Hanya?
home to V Shoujo. Over the last year, VShojo welcomed 5
retirement
VTubers,
home.
4 of them being a unique
biggest
experience.
VTuber
And yet the
retirement
Genius,
home.
K9 Kura,
Hi,
Matora,
Tram.
and Michi
How you doing,
Mochi
Trammy?
Ibi. All of these VTubers sounded... Yeah, I'm not doing this sounds very familiar bit anymore.
You think it's so f***ing funny, huh?
They were previous agency VTubers. Similar to the reveal of K-san, people were massively ecstatic to see the reveal of those well-loved personalities. But the reveal wasn't the main culture shift. Some of these VTubers would make references or jokes to their past lives.
What do you mean again, Mr. Dr. Kuro?
What, you got a f***ing nail in your head? You can't understand what I'm saying?
Then why are you asking me so much? You trying to detect something, eh?
Be careful. You don't want to die again.
Or talk about previous experiences in those
I haven't
last
seen
jobs.
that.
The good of VShojo and the stories of the past made fans question a lot about that past life.
That's
Regardless, VShojo has changed a lot of VTubing culture with their new hires, and that's why last week I discussed how they transformed VTubing forever. Go
Great
ahead and
video.
check that out. Next, some VTuber agencies suck. There are a lot of stories of past life VTubers
Some. I think the majority, like, holy frick, I can't even name more than 4 VTuber agencies that are good.
coming out about horrible
Like
VTuber
2.
agency practices. Past Akio era
How many VTuber agencies are there? Like 50 something, I don't know. All of them suck.
members coming out about a plethora of horrible shit. Aurora Live VR had practically every nigga dip, and several past members warned people to stay away from the company. Mysteria Live. Can these
Wait, what? Is YouTube being weird? Yeah, YouTube is being weird. I want to see this. VTuber agency hired minors to erotic roleplay? Oh my god. This is the space I'm working in. Are they fucking stupid? Yes. We just went through last stream, 2 streams ago, a big corporation causing one of their talent to commit tax fraud. Do you know how illegal that is? Now, this is beyond stupid as well, but Jesus.
These
Man.
people stop being weird about minors. There are a lot of agency controversy. Oh, look, walk the jump scare. Definitely the worst out of everyone. But how the hell did these agency stories come to life? Other than any dumbass announcement made by the companies, the massive sharing of the VTubers' experience through their past lives. The most notorious instance of this is with Zion Lanza's story.
Join
where
one.
After being terminated, Sayu Akami
Get me in that OTK new VTuber group. Get me in, boys.
released a document telling Zion Lanza's side of what happened at Nijisanji, relaying incompetent management, further context on violations, and several areas of mistreatment directed towards her. What if a VTuber graduates or gets terminated without relaying their side, regardless given the shitty hand? Well, have their past life promoted and available for their return. However, it still wasn't actively encouraged to share all types
One
of past
true
lives.
virtual king.
Then the
That's right.
Tatsuki incident happened. Obviously can't dive into everything, so if you don't know, watch some other videos on the subject. With that out of the way, with a lot of questionable buildup behind it, on February 5th, 2024, Nijisanji announced Tatsuki's termination with the 3-page document
I
that
wish everyone knew that you can break an NDA interview by finding something illegal, forcing you to hide it. Yep. And like, I remember as long time ago, we had this conversation. You can break NDA if they're doing illegal stuff. And NDA does not protect you from, like, I don't know, something like a crime being committed, something illegal being committed. You can't just place an NDA on someone. It's like, okay, go ahead now. I will supervise you while you murder this woman. I will not tell anybody. Like, that's not going to protect you against anything. Like, if somebody start doing illegal stuff in any sort of corporation, that NDA ain't gonna protect you from shit.
it was just f***ed, like lambasting and blaming her for their reputation loss and mismanagement issues. However, Doki would reveal her side only after the company response. The most highlighted response being, I
Very good.
will not be silenced,
Very
and
good.
many other factors that would further spark a
Base
huge
Doki.
controversy against Nijisanji. Then Niji hosted that black box stream, which It's not just a VTubing disaster, it's an entertainment industry disaster that has harmed not just Nichi-Sanji's reputation forever, but anybody associated with the subject. But several fans wanted to do everything to support Doki Bird. They emphatically broke the taboo and came out to share her
So
story.
all you need is find is a lawyer or something illegal. Here is the problem. Maybe I'll make a video on it. I will probably. Maybe. I don't know. I say I make a video on anything. Anyway, who gives a shit? These people, these VTubers, as great as they are, as funny and entertaining and as smart they are, they're young. They are young. They are inexperienced. They don't want their personal information to go through a trial. Even though they have the fattest case ever imaginable, they don't want to deal with it. And that's the case. That's the reason nothing happens ever. They will never do anything.
En masse, and now she's doing amazing things as an indie. I believe her journey, current impact, and what she's accomplishing.
That's why I have a lawyer as a mod. Like, if you wanna, this is the biggest tip I could ever give anyone. Get a mod that is a lawyer. Now you're good to go. If something happens, you just sit there like, is this fine? And they're like, no. And they're like, all right, there we go. There it is. Don't have to deal with anything. Yep. This is all you gotta do.
What her goals is a story of wonders. Who knows, maybe there's a future video out there on her industrial takeover. These are what I believe demolished the taboo culture. Sharing past lives has become way more enacted than in the past. Is that a good or bad thing? A blessing in disguise or a curse for things to come?
I'm
I
modding
asked
for
Twitter
a lawyer.
something
Does
about
that
the
count?
matter. Would it be
guess.
for the best if the past life taboo disappeared? Of course, thanks to everybody for giving me their thoughts and positions, as well as both sides of the
does brother
subject.
is
Here's the
a
rhetorical
good
argument
lawyer.
for each side, and I'll be acting out each one.
Billable hours adding up. I pay my mods with love. Kisses on the cheeks. That's all they want, man. They ain't.
Sanctity of hiding the past life is kind of weird. I mean, do most talents even care?
We do not care.
Why would the past life account be found media if VTubers wanted to completely
A lot
hide?
of
Why wouldn't they
moments.
delete everything if the past life wasn't some kind of safe net? If shit hits the fan, that's an avenue for that past life connection. So I'd argue understanding the past life is
Oh,
better, not just for the
God.
worst circumstances. Knowing a connection allows fans to appreciate their fave's journey and to follow them no matter who or where they are.
I think it's like kind of lame that they can't talk about things, but I get it. But at the same time, I love seeing them flourish and be able to just express themselves. Seeing how happy Michi is after coming up and just not really knowing if she can say this or that, and she's just how fun she's having by having that freedom is beautiful. It's nice. It's nice to be a fan of somebody that is in a corporation and then see them leave and get to somewhere better and like a better place that treats them better and allows them to do whatever they want, because then they can actually start creating real content because they don't feel these shackles that are binding them to say this and that. I like it. I love it.
Agencies may not be the ideal path for
It
everybody's
changed
creative
my
endeavors.
life.
Like, look at the numbers. This industry ain't looking good.
A 2-pack of ass.
It really doesn't help that
Two-pack
countless
of ass?
agencies have been exposed for incompetent,
Nice.
shady, or utterly
Dude, that's just gonna... no.
exploitative practices. Whether black or not doesn't matter, people aren't being properly valued. Maybe the future is being an independent creator. Maybe the future is owning one's own brand management and operations, at least surrounded by people that value you for you.
So he's better than you?
Yes.
And stacks more paper and gets more hoes than you?
Absolutely.
So we need to show that we support the VTuber first. Not just the character or role they play, but the personality and content they show for the world. Kind of unfair for all that hard work to just disappear. Like some VTubers who...
I hate it. I don't like it. Somebody said to me, because my YouTube was like blowing up a little bit, they're like, oh, you blowing up, you're so fun, blah, blah, blah. Very cute messages. I love them. But they also said, I hope you don't join a corporation. And you know, this is from a VTuber viewer, you know? And I think that with all of these cases that goes on, this is what the audience is being fed. They're being fed a stigma toward corporations. And I think that is something all of the corpos need to take a look at and work toward. Because if this expands even further, if you're going to make the drive of the community itself to absolutely despise you, this will be in long term ruin your entire business, and the way is only indie. So they gotta work on it. And personally, I'll never join a corporal unless it's like some specific ones. That's
Left VTuber agencies
I
talk
would
about
never
how they
lose my
fear
IP.
previous
Oh,
fans
my
not
mama.
finding their reincarnated brand or past life account. Not everyone is a popular agency VTuber who
Yep.
can leave and reincarnate with a dedicated fan base. A lot of people just fade into obscurity. So maybe it's for the best that some people talk about them in circumstances, to make people aware of what's going on, for no one to be lost, for everyone to be found, just in their respective places. Don't mention it in the streams, chats, and shit. Anywhere that doesn't open them up to liability.
No one breaking boundaries after all. No, like I'm okay with that as long as it's not in my official spaces. Yeah. If anything, I think it can be nice so that people can find me again, you know?
Me again.
Low-key, you helping me. I ain't gonna... You helping me if you do that. So, I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Like, hey, you allowed to do it. Just don't do it in here, you know?
Look, I get it. There are cases where it's necessary, but I ain't so sure about the taboo completely disappearing.
Join
There's
the
a reason
shoujo?
that discussion around past
I
lives
want
has
to
always
talk like no. I mean,
been taboo, and not just because of agency or cultural tradition. It's too volatile. Doxing, stalking, harassment. We have seen countless times where appearing in the past lives created a talent problem. And why should you dig into someone's past life? Mind your damn business.
Yeah.
Yes, some performers don't care, but if someone does, that's gonna create
It knows
problems.
what I wanna say.
Obviously, agencies like Hololive be looking clean, yet others may be happy
gotta
in their
talk about
jobs
one thing
despite the
first.
problems. Business is business after all. Until someone publicly announces they want to leave an agency, that discussion just raises
That's okay.
speculation.
I mean, I have
But why
friends
blast
there.
the past publicly? Can't we just focus on the present experience?
like that's the thing. Like somebody talked about it. Like VShojo, joining VShojo, they only invite their friends, people they've known for a while. I can understand that. Like personally, the only org or group I'd ever want to join is because I have friends there that I've known for years, and I'm not a big content creator, so I can't join them. Like who the fuck am I? But they're like thousands of viewers, but they also don't have VTubers. So I don't know. But like if I were, I would probably talk to my friend and be like, hey, yo, what do you think?
One other thing. Y'all know how intrusive media entertainment fans are.
You need to walk off.
If PO discussion becomes more accepted, well, goodbye to basic etiquette. Why should they be coerced to confront anything they don't broadcast just because some VTuber fans can't stay in their lane? Are you still friends with those from your previous job?
Make it a
controversy. Why'd you leave your
Just
dedicated
me and like 20 other VTuber girls? Is that what you're saying?
fans?
Shut your bitch ass up.
That sounds
How there are
insane.
some people sending hate and harassment to agents.
You know what? I remember there was a guy that made his own VTuber agency, and he only hired cute, like 18 to 22-year-old girls that had cute voices. And in the contract, he kind of had to force them to be on Discord all the time.
Execute order.
He tried to make his own harem by creating a by creating his own VTuber org of cute girls. This was the wildest shit I've ever heard. They all hated it.
See VTubers in the pretext of wanting to supposedly save them.
I got the strangest offline Streamlabs thing. Was like, I'm doing this for your own good. How do you know it's good for me? Are you my mommy? These people don't even know who I am.
Dead
But claim
ass.
to want to know to do this.
This is
That's me.
wild,
You've never
man.
seen me
People are
before.
wild out
what
there.
makes you think bullying me out of my job is gonna do?
And before one says, we'll support your new account, were you supporting them then or now? Yes, when the worst happens, give them their voices. No one deserves to be silenced. But removing the taboo completely is going to open up other problems, and we've seen that happen. Let's just respect the wishes and etiquette for now.
I agree.
The taboo around past lives has been revolutionized. The transgression didn't deny the taboo's existence, but rather transcended it. You saw two sides surrounding past life discussion being normalized. I personally believe it's a case-by-case basis that deserves its area of respect from both sides, but what do y'all think about this topic? Let me know in the comments below. However you feel, remember this. Everyone has a past, and everyone has a—
I think finding VTuber artists is hard for me. Chichi, it took me 2 years to find my artist, just so you know. 2 years. It is very hard. Good luck. If you're a girl, much easier. Way easier. If you're lower standard, very much easier. But whenever you have a specific thing, as a male VTuber, 07 to you, good luck. I wish you the best. I'm literally saluting in real life. Good luck. It is impossible. It's nearly impossible. Because everybody that can make the VTubers in high quality standards are locked up. Because they are overdone. There's nobody that can do it. They're all sitting there in a position where they have too many customers and they only take specific client. I'm a girl. You have a million times easier to find a good female like artist. Now that depends on your budget though.
Future waiting for them they can't even fathom.
That's crazy.
No matter where you are, indie or agency, everyone is on their journey to succeed what the gods ordained for them. No matter what, respect and support the creators you love, no matter what phase they are in.
If a VTuber wants to discuss it, it's okay in my opinion. Like primarily talking about it's not a big issue. It's because of contract. And if you're trying to remind something or bring up a discussion that could break them into a contract they have or cause any like legal action, like legal issues, they would rather avoid that. So I get it. Avoid it. Let's not talk about it. Let them be. Let them do their content. Not think about it.
But hey, let's not think my previous past as Heaven's Angel.
What the hell are you talking about?
I'm falling for a reason.
You better stop!
Good video. Great video. Amazing video. Taledo, amazing. Taledo, it was really good. Really, really good. Loved it. Loved it. I loved it. I feel like, I mean, I think I was yapped enough. Doesn't Unreal Engine help you with VTubing? No, not at all. Why would Unreal Engine help me? It doesn't do anything for me. I use a program called VTuber Studio, and whoever makes that is in Unity, I think, and it's an excellent job, like program. It's been worked on for many, many years. It's the standard for VTubers that are doing it professionally. But there are other VTuber programs that uses, I think something use Unreal. But I know if you're thinking about the Unreal facial capture thingy, that is not Unreal. That's never mind. That's RTX factor capture. That's that doesn't really. It's not really that great. But anyways, great video. I loved it. It was a good video. If you watched this video so far and you enjoyed it, make sure you like this video itself and tell me what you think. What are your thoughts about these taboos and generally? What are your thoughts about this whole scenario about a VTuber not be talking about their past life? And also, if you enjoy these kind of things, make sure you subscribe to the channel itself. I think this was a great video. I really loved it. I think he makes really good videos overall. I had a good time. VTuber Studio and Live 2D. Yeah, and there's like another one I forgot, but this is the one. It was another one I used for my 3D model. But yeah, I don't remember. Some taboos are good, some are stupid. Unfortunately, they are. They are. But yeah, I hope that some taboos will slow down. But this one about past life, I can understand that. I can understand why they stick around. The one that protect the CC are good. True. Very true. A good video. I loved it.